What's up, everybody? It's your boy Showtimedr. So, I wanted to get into Overhit here. I'll give you guys some tips and tricks I've learned as I've been playing this week. A lot of it's come from just speaking with Fort Misery Gaming and a little bit with Joshverse as well. So definitely 2 YouTube channels if you play Overhit you're going to want to check out. But let's get into it here. So, I wanted to show you guys, I kind of shifted my PvP team a little bit because since everybody basically has a Cicero, it's really good to have a holy person, like a single target that can either one-shot him or get real close to it now as, I'd say one of your 2 to 3 DPS, depending on what type of team you're running. Now, as you see here, I've inserted young Gleck into that role. He's not perfect. He's actually very squishy because I don't have him. Even though he's got 5-star armor, it's not the most ideal set. But everyone else, I've upgraded Ashe a little bit. Sophia's there for the heals, etc. So, we'll get into a combat here. We got 4 minutes. Well, anyways. I swear, it's cool because what I usually open up with, I get Ashe's 2 going on for the attack reduction. Does a good amount of damage too. Usually their team, if you go first, will respond with a heal of some sort. Then I hit them with the proxy 1 for the heal reduction. Then if they have another healer capable unit, usually Cicero or Sophia, they'll hit that second heal. And then at that point, you start following up with Young Gleck, because unless they have a third way to heal, Young Gleck is going to either one-shot or get Cicero very close using his 1, and then usually finish it with his 2, unless for some reason you need to pop off a heal of your own or something else. So let's go ahead, I'll show you guys what I'm doing with them. So you see his 1, I've upgraded a fair amount of times, need to upgrade it a little bit more, just waiting for those soul stones, whatever the hell runes. But basically you see he increases his crit rate by 27.1, about 300% damage to one enemy, usually it's going to be the front end target. And then his 2, if he has the buff from his 1 you see here, he's basically doing 480% of attack, which at that point, combined with the elemental bonus damage you should be doing to Cicero or a lot of the dark units in PvP like Tessay or Proxy or whoever, that should pretty much be game at that point, but I still need to work on him, still got some levels to get him, but he's doing pretty good right now. So this is kind of going to get into the next thing I want to show you guys. Get to it here. So we'll go over to Hero. Now, a lot of you guys probably haven't paid attention because most of us, we've been rolling on the SRs and it's hard to max an SSR unit. But I did want to show you guys one thing with SSRs now that we're getting into the later and mid-end game. You need to actually go check the skills of your it's too bad I won't look at the skills because I got them maxed for his level. Alright, we'll just go to somebody I can't. You need to actually take a look at the SSR max skills because usually it's going to give them, if not before you max it, some type of bonus. So, for instance here, so Sophia's Resurrection, right? Resurrect ally, 50% of health. Well, if you manage to get her to +2, it's going to now not only resurrect the ally, but it's going to heal the ally for a certain percentage of attack every 8 seconds. About 40%, which should basically be a full heal for them. Makes it that much even stronger. And then when you get to the last skill, you're also going to increase status effect resist rate of allies by 35.5%. Pretty good stuff. And for heal, I think her heal doesn't quite do that. That's what her base heal does, so... Yeah, it looks like... Oh, my bad, I'm looking at the bottom. Okay, so yeah, you gotta get to all the way to the end, but all of a sudden it removes 1 debuff from ally 1, applies on ally with highest attack when you get her heal max. This happens for what I've seen for basically every SSR in the game. We'll go find some other ones and review here, but make sure you're checking them out, and if you're getting close to maxing a unit, try your best to get their soul stones. There's a method you can use where you basically take soul stones of other characters and get rid of them, and you can kind of gamble exchange and hopefully get the soul stones for the character that you want. I do actually need to upgrade this guy's skills. I haven't even thought about it. Oh, okay, let's take his one. So his one skill, it's a heal. It heals him and one other unit. And then deals a certain amount of damage. So yeah, right here it goes from ally 1 to ally times 2. So you get a 3-person heal. And then at the end it turns into an ally times 3. So basically super heal at that point. This skill... doesn't look like it gets... Oh, it does get a bonus. It turns to enemy 5 versus enemy 4. Not quite as big as... Still a bonus. I'm trying to remember because, like, I've talked to people that were really excited about Tessa. In fact, let's look at her. Can't really upgrade her skills, so I don't know. I only got one Tessa, y'all. That sucks. I wanted to look at it because I think I heard something about she ignores armor with one of her skills if you get her high enough. Anyways, you guys pretty much get the point. So we'll look at one more. I'll do Agula. No, wait, I can't. Just kidding. So we've already been over. I have a copy of it. I do have Emodin's copy. For those of you that watched that pole battle that I lost rather badly video I posted yesterday, I managed to get another Emodin from the freaking legendary gacha. That makes 3. So I guess I might as well actually build this guy. But so let's see here. So this one, it's an attack buff with a barrier for himself. Upgrade a little bit. That barrier actually goes on multiple allies. That's pretty good. And then by the end, you get increased status effect resist rate, 27.1. So that becomes like a quadra buff, which is pretty crazy. Attack buff, a barrier on self, barrier on 2 allies, and increased status resist. Awesome. So who knows, this might end up being my first +5 SSR here. So this skill, it's like an attack that also decreases attack. And as you upgrade it, it deals decreased damage to more enemies besides just one. And then the last one, it inflicts stun times 1. It doesn't say on who exactly, so I guess it's random maybe, or maybe it's just whoever's in front. But yeah, so even Emodin can become a pretty crazy badass. So, anyways, I'm just saying, just look at your characters, guys. Look at your SSRs. See which ones will get pretty crazy. It's kind of hard to do a full review on it, because I can't really look at the skills and the skill upgrades, etc. But for every unit, there's no place to actually go do that I've seen. Anyhow, so... And then, so another thing I wanted to share with you guys, we'll go ahead and go to special here. I already did it, and although the server does reset in about a minute. Fortunate timing here. I wanted to be with you guys on the Untamed Sanctum boss. For those who don't know, you can actually reset this, and it's fairly cheap. It's 10 crystals first time, 20 crystals second time, and 30 crystals third time. You're capped at 3 times, so 60 total crystals a day. And you can basically farm up Grimoire stuff a lot faster that way. Now, when you reset it, it only gives you 1 more try. Unfortunately, it doesn't give you 2 more tries. But, you know, if you're at the point to where you can one-shot, say, the level 7 or 8 or whatever boss you're on, level-wise, you know, that gives you just that many more drops. So definitely, in my opinion, you should be resetting that Sanctum, because getting Grimoires faster is going to make a pretty big difference in your game. Now, also, you should always, every day, be resetting Exploration as well. You can reset it once for 10 crystals. And, you know, Exploration, it's going to give you a good amount of runes to upgrade your skills, as well as, I forget what it's called, like the potion thing that upgrades your passive tree, ability tree for most of your units. So, definitely a good thing to do. And, yeah, it looks like all my login stuff reset. So, but that's pretty much what I wanted to say. Now, as far as what I'm doing with my account, I'll show you guys my account. I'm gonna have to actually clear out weapons pretty soon, but I'll do that later in the stream today. So I got my, Ash. I got my ass to +2 now, so he's doing a fair bit more damage. You get him to +5, and he'll be, For those who don't remember on the tier list, he is rated 999, so he is useful in basically all content that doesn't involve, water, for the most part, but you just gotta kind of watch what you're doing. Now, I kind of got screwed on my 5-star relic. I wish this had been, like, pierce rate or crit damage rate. That would have been really good, or something like that, but, you know, you take what you can get. Try to get your max HP as high as you can. So, but I got him up, so he's always a good leader no matter what you do. Now, Sophia, I'm starting to work on her soul stones next, just so I could get her to where she's out of one-shot range for a lot of things. Aguila, I have managed to max. She's hitting for about 15k or so, which isn't bad considering I think I still have 4-star stuff on it. But I'd like to get her more clones, obviously, but that's going to take some doing in the legendary gacha, so good luck for that. But she's contributing mighty well on Vadir raid, so I'm excited about that. Still got Cicero and Proxy. You guys saw Young Galek. I've been building him pretty good. I'm going with... Ludmilla is going to eventually be my AoE decreased defense, as well as burn setup unit. So I managed to get a bunch of copies of her, so I got her to 55 here. I'm setting her up pretty good. She's doing really well. Now, Dominic is one character I actually do need to work on some more. I need to get her some better gear so she could get close to one-shot status, because you do need Dominic no matter what. With, well, A, she can one-shot Cicero's if you get her built right in PvP, but then B, you need her first skill to remove the buff from the Untamed Sanctum boss right now, the Fire boss. He does it usually by the time you're using your third active ability. She's really good in there for doing that and then getting that defense, and I think it's an offensive buff as well down. But, you know, I just need to get her. I've been focusing on Young Galek so much, I haven't focused as much on her, so I'll be doing that as I get offline here. And otherwise, I got some support units now. Let me see. Managed pool. Haven't built her up completely yet. I've had her for like 2 days, so. Oh, this is. Gypsy girl. I just forget what the hell. Oh, there she is. Yeah. I'm building Elfie. I'd love to get lots more copies of her, but of course I just got one for now. For those who don't know Elfie, AoE attack buff, AoE heal on her 1, pretty awesome. 4, I'm assuming that'll eventually go to 5 when you upgrade it. Increase crit rate of ally ×4, and then remove 1 debuff from highest attack ally. So, you know, if that's like a stun or an attack debuff or whatever, that'll be pretty good. And then if I get really lucky, hopefully I'll be able to get this, because she'll also do an additional heal whenever she does her active skills. It'll be on the ally with the lowest HP, but Elfie is one of the prime support units in the game as far as attacking stuff goes. And then as her backup, I have... her. This is basically like the bastard Elfie, but... you know, Yuri, but if you have her, you know, you get barrier on allies, the highest attack allies, and then decrease skill cooldown by 14 seconds on highest attack allies and increase attack as well. There is a healing component to her as well if you manage to get her Grimoire, but good luck with that. So working on that. And then I got some heroes in the waiting right now. Got... I've started to build up these two. They're actually pretty good. I need to get something going for the Liegenstein raid. Forget which one it is. But there's one of the lizards that's like super badass. On a lot of top tier teams. I got him. Is it this? Yeah, Alcon. So I need to actually take Alcon out and start leveling him. He'll probably be next. It's just I got a couple fire units I've been working on. But for those who don't know Alcon, Heal ally 3 and increase attack, so kind of the same thing as Gypsy Girl. And then this one's just kind of like a hard-hitting single target, but it does decrease damage at a fairly high rate for the rank 1 ability. And if you manage to get his non-fake Grimoire, decreased defense. All attacks triggered. It's, you know, it's 8.8, 30% success rate, but it's a long debuff though if it's up 40 seconds. He's on my short list of guys to start building, but one last bit of advice I'd like to give out too. Depending on what you're doing in this game, of course you're going to have multiple units, but I would say field a roster of units you're actually going to use, no more than, say, 15 until you get them either maxed or wherever you want them to be for your support units, or they're only for a certain raid or whatever's going on, and then kind of switch stuff out because you really want to take that extra gear and max level it, and then turn it into the next tier level of gear so you can get 4 stars and 5-star equipment ASAP, and get to level 9 raid so you can start getting those 5-star drops ASAP. And because I'm like right on the cusp of that, but of course with the other 2 gotchas and my real life situation going on, all types of craziness, dealing with a lot of stuff right now. But not to whine about it, so hopefully your guys' accounts are going well. Let me know how you're doing in this game. And probably be it for me. We got a whole new cooldown to farm. I'll probably leave this on in the background while I'm doing my other videos for the day. So I'll see you guys later on. Let me know how your account's going, and peace out.